A photo shoot turned deadly. Police say a man lost his life after the girl he was dating fires a shot during a modeling session. Right now, investigators learning more about the suspect, including how she's related to someone tied to an infamous case from 15 years ago. News 3's Will Silverstein joins us now to break it all down for us. And Will, first let's start addressing this loaded weapon and how it may have slipped into the shoot in the first place.
Yeah, Latoya, what happened was Allysandra Blea and Mark Gaughan, they were participating in a late night photo shoot with a couple other people. What happened next involved weapons and was deadly.
According to law enforcement, it's a clear case of extreme negligence and recklessness.
Former prosecutor John Day says prosecutors will not be easy on 20-year-old Allysandra Blea's claim, seen in arrest reports that she did not know the weapon she allegedly fired into Mark Gaughan was loaded.
Basic gun handling practices are you assume that every gun is loaded.
Gaughan, just 23 years old, died after the August 23rd shooting. According to those arrest reports, Blea and Gaughan were participating in a photo shoot with Blea holding a weapon. Blea claims she lifted her arm during a camera flash and the firearm went off, the shot hitting Gaughan in the neck.
Using a gun as a prop, using a gun as a toy or a plaything often leads to tragedy, as we see.
Blea may not be the first in her family who has committed a crime. Through a source, News 3 finds Blea is related to convicted serial rapist Joseph Blea, a person of interest in Albuquerque, New Mexico's West Mesa murders. Our former prosecutor John Day was also once a deputy district attorney in New Mexico and shares how the West Mesa murders were uncovered.
A person who was out there walking stumbled upon some bones, turned out to be human bones. Once law enforcement went out there, they found a series of women's bodies that had been buried there.
Real environment that was alive that allowed these things to happen.
Vince McDaniel lives in Albuquerque and was on the ground in 2009 when the bodies were uncovered. He was inspired to write a movie that released last year about the murders. The film, called Boneyard, featured actors Mel Gibson and 50 Cent. McDaniel hopes his movie and this story shine a light on the victims and their families.
These young ladies don't have a voice right now, and they were just put in like a category of they were prostitutes, they were this, they were that, when they were more than that.
And heading back to this particular case, Allysandra Blea has been charged with open murder with a deadly weapon.
Speaking of this case, Will, what was her knowledge of firearms? Is she even experienced enough to have checked them in the first place?
According to the arrest report, Latoya, what we had seen there was that she had said she had not taken gun safety classes, but according to her social media and according to what investigators say, they describe it as a fascination with firearms, including several instances of posts involving targets, firearms themselves, and just an overall interest in firearms as a whole.
Okay, and when it comes to her relative, why was he a person of interest in the West Mesa murders?
Yes, and good to note there too, he's a person of interest, not a suspect in that particular case. That relative was a serial rapist known for involvement in potentially raping middle-aged schoolgirls. That was the believed age. He was convicted on that. He's serving several years behind bars, and again, a person of interest and not a suspect in this particular case.
All right, our Will Silverstein, thank you so much for the very latest on this case, and I'm sure we'll be hearing more as investigators learn more.